I'll take you on a sort of a walk around part of my property. It's something I normally wouldn't show you until it was absolutely perfect. But what I found when I watch people's videos, some of the places I'm entranced by are the works in progress, are the videos that I can see the disaster there, but I can also see the bits and pieces of what it could be or will be as they're describing it to me through their eyes. We've been here 9 years. We've done a lot. But I'll walk around and show you, but this is just right here in front of the house is all I'm going to show you right now. This right here used to be what we call the roundy round, but it's a kind of a circular driveway on part of our driveway. And it used to extend way out to kind of where that tuft of grass and the gravel ends. And I'm going to take it back about 4 feet to just make it so that our driveway works a little bit better for us. I am reducing a garden flower bed by like 4 feet, which doesn't make me happy, but compromises must be made. So we've taken out that bed, and there wasn't anything in there. This originally was just grass, and then the previous owner had planted some bulbs and stuff in it. And so it's taken me 9 years to slowly dig out the grass and dig out the grass and dig out the grass. And as you can tell, I still have a lot to do. This is the bed where I have the one tree peony that's blooming. I showed you there's one of my trellises laid over that I built. And I dug the clematis out, and so I need to move the trellis. But in this bed, let's see if I can back it up a bit. Nope. I have salvias and roses and tree peonies and irises. And I still have this line of bulbs. Strangest thing, the previous owner put in a line of bulbs. And that was it. Just kind of a row of bulbs. So I've been slowly, every year as they pop up, I dig them up and move them in clumps throughout this bed and other beds. But as you can see and look at it, there's still a lot of grass in here. So it takes me about 2 hours in the spring to weed this, give it the first spring weeding, and then I can kind of manage it as I'm walking by. I have geums. I believe that's a red currant that's just happy as can be. I have a tree peony there, an herbaceous peony, heirloom rose, salvia, a stilbe. So you hopefully can kind of get an idea that this will eventually be a bed that blooms year-round. In one portion of it or other, I don't expect the whole bed to bloom year-round, of course not. But we're also going to raise it up so it'll be about a foot higher off the ground than it is. And you can kind of see that it slopes up towards that tree in the center, and so I want it all to kind of be a foot higher. Then, as you come over there, we'll swing around. And our driveway, as it comes up to the house, goes 3 different directions. Goes to the back of the property, and I put in this garden, flower garden bed, and it's got, again, butterfly bushes. I got several of those. Roses. I got Ito peonies, Linton rose, irises, and I'm slowly building it up because I want it to be a foot deep here also, and then I got to add mulch in there, and so I add a little bit every year to build it up. Elderberry, and then we come around to this, and this is just a walkway that takes us to the outdoor kitchen, the back of the house. And this is my shade garden, so I have rhododendrons, azaleas, a couple of roses that don't do great. I do have bleeding heart. I have a tree peony in here. You can see it back there. The corner is not doing great. I need to move it to a more sunny aspect. Linton roses. But this is mostly shady. Right now the sun's shining on it, but for most of the year it's shady. And this is the first time, I believe, it's going to bloom. This is one of my rhododendrons. And then we have the front porch, which I have bushes on either side. And I hate that when you have in your mind what a plant is, and you know it, and then it just goes away. So as I'm meandering, I will hopefully remember what this bush is. But it started blooming in end of December, and it's still blooming. Smells absolutely heavenly. I have one there, and this fall, this spring, my plan is to extend that flower bed to the corner of the landing, at the bottom of the stairs, and then this plant will go right there where that urn is. The wisteria in that bucket right there, I will build an arbor up over this walkway. It'll go up over the arbor, and then I have a clematis in a pot over there that'll be here, and it'll go up over that side of the arbor. And then on this side, I have a matching bush that is still blooming, and I'll again extend the bed. Instead of it being back there, it'll come to the edge of the landing there, and then I'll put that plant in it, and it's still Daphne. These are 2 Daphnes, and I have Mountain Daphne, I believe is what they call it, and I have these, which I think this is Daphne odora alba. Anyway, love it, absolutely love them. And I have 2 of these Daphnes, and then I have like 6 or 8 of the others, and in another video I'll show you them out back. So this bed here, it's a bit of a mess. The weather's not been great to get out and weed eat and kind of trim back everything. Japanese anemones, love them. Easiest thing in the world, throw the bulbs in the ground. They come back year after year. There's an herbaceous peony that is happy as a pig in muck. Absolutely happy. I have some primroses back there. I've never been like a huge fan of primroses where I just go and buy them, but I found this color at a store, and I bought a ton of them, I think, and just kind of dotted them around my beds. And then this year I dug one of them up that was kind of in a clump that size and divided it into 8. And so I will then put it some more, and I have a couple, like I'm going to dig that one up and divide it, and I guess I could probably get 8 of that too. I have a clematis that grows up there, and obviously out here it's going to bloom here soon. This is a tree peony. This one is Shima Dajin. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. Probably not. And it'll bloom here in about a week or so, it looks like. And so then this runs along the front of the house, this bed does. And again, I got roses, iris, peonies, bush tree. I think I even have a couple of azaleas in here. I have a lilac back there that I put that in when we moved in here 9 years ago. This is the first year it's going to bloom. We did have a huge, gross, thorny, piney, something sort of tree, and my husband took that down. And I didn't take a video of it. But there's a lot of grass in here. And so I will need to come in here and just weed this out. I have a poppy here, and it's going to bloom. Not for a little while. They usually bloom midsummer. But I'm excited by that. And I'll take a video when the one I have out back blooms. It's this purple. It's stunning. Amazing purple. I have an herbaceous peony. Tiny, tiny little tree peony back there that's just leafing out, but it's not going to do anything else. I'm okay with that. Herbaceous. Happy, happy, happy herbaceous. And then we come around to here. My brother-in-law does property cleanups, and on one property, he told me to come, and they had all these plants. And this was a azalea that, believe it or not, I rescued. You can't tell because it's barely alive. It's going to bloom, but I rescued this thing 4 years ago. I thought it was dead. I've cut all the bad off this year. I was hoping and just waiting for something to sprout. So it's got a few little twigs. I'll take it. And I, of course, can grow dandelions like nobody's business. Kicking around making dandelion jelly this year. Some more of the Japanese anemones. But that's the beds at the front of my house. And this, when I mow it and take care of it, which I will, is just part of our lawn. We have a couple blooming trees there. But there's the front. And I'll take a video from time to time of this so you can see as I clean out the beds, plant more plants, and as the plants are blooming, you can start to get a feel for how they look once they're blooming. They do look beautiful. I love driving up to the house. And I got some boards I got to put away there, looks like. Just general cleanup. But thank you for watching. Until the next video. Thank you.